YouTube, what's going on? You mind sitting on my laptop for a second? Oh man, it has just been so absolutely crazy around here. For those of y'all who do watch me, I haven't put up a video in over a week, and I don't even think I've filmed a video in like 2 weeks. But I have a few ideas of some things coming up. We are actually going on a trip. Really excited. We're going to Madrid for Thanksgiving. I know, how Thanksgiving-ish is that? Going to another country, and so we're really not gonna have the typical Thanksgiving, but we needed a much needed family vacation. Since our son's gonna be 2 in December, yay, we won't be able to travel with him for free anymore. So I really think we're not gonna have another trip like this for many, many years until we're willing to pay for a child to fly internationally, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. Unless we're going somewhere very close, like Central America or something. So really excited about that. I'm gonna do a few videos, hopefully they're interesting to everybody, just on traveling with a toddler, international travel with a toddler, and packing, possibly. Or maybe Madrid with a vegan toddler. Is that interesting? Or no, probably get like 5 views on that one. So needless to say, we're having a great morning right now. It's 8:50 in the morning. So what I've been doing lately is I have been getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I know, completely crazy. But our son gets up at like 6:30, so it really gives me around 2 hours, because I lay in the bed for 30 minutes. It gives me about 2 hours to get so much stuff done. So I get to come into the office and I work. I work for 2 hours, and I feel so much less pressure on myself. Because previously I was getting up at like 5 o'clock. So previously I was getting up at like 7 o'clock-ish and waking up with him. And then once he napped, or once we did have a babysitter here, I would do my work. And then in the evening would roll around, and I do not like working in the evening. You know, I just like to wind my brain down, so I prefer to watch TV or do some very lightweight stuff, like an upcoming birthday party that I'm planning. So maybe I'll do a few things like creating an invitation, or just more like household things, but not actual work things. So sometimes I fall behind in work because I'm really only allowing myself 2 hours a day to work, which sometimes is enough and other times it's not. So that's really been going great. I hope I can keep it up. I just go to sleep at night now at like between 9 and 10 o'clock. It doesn't give me much time in the evening to spend with my husband, but actually he is extremely busy right now at work. Very busy. As busy as he's been at this new job, which he's been there about a year now. So in the evening, after he finishes bathing Marcus, he goes back to the office or goes into a home office, and he'll work for probably a few more hours. He's actually working on a project in another country, so he has a very late night. Actually, all of his projects right now in other countries, but he's very late nights because he's working on other people's time zones. So it really hasn't caused a huge problem that in the evening I'm asleep by 9 or 10 o'clock. Maybe after he finishes some of these projects, things may change, and want to start spending some evening time with him again. So what I've been doing is writing letters. Anyone who knows me, which I don't think anyone who really watches this channel actually knows me, I love to write letters. I have so much stationery. Actually, let me show you some of my stationery. Stationery drawer. I actually have a lot of stationery out right now because I'm writing letters, and I like to pick like the perfect stationery for people I'm sending stuff to. But I just adore stationery. I mean, lots of different types. I don't even know what my favorite would be. I love getting stuff at Marshall's. Isn't this cute? It's organic, saying, you know, eat all the dessert you want. It's organic. I just really, really enjoy writing letters. Kate Spade, that's my favorite. Kate Spade, I mean, this stuff is just amazing. And, you know, I'm totally going to say this wrong. Is that papyrus? Papyrus, I guess. I love, these are all, I got these for like $1 each on one of their sales. Look at that. It's a little tie, and this one's a graduation one. So I really keep this type of stuff around just so I'm always prepared to write letters to people. I just really enjoy writing letters. Look at this one with the dad. Okay, anyway, I'm getting off subject here. Here's some more Kate Spade. Got this at 50% off. Oh my gosh, it's just such a great deal. Look at this one. I just love this one right here. Actually, I've used all these up, but I kept the box. So, and I have this. Actually, I'll say this and I'm done with the stationery. Would you believe that this was mine when I was, I believe in high school. I had this big thing for Mickey Mouse in high school, and I must have gotten this stationery from somewhere. Anyway, my mom moved and brought a whole bin of some of my old things, and this was in it. And what I do now is I write letters from my son to other people with this stationery. Actually, I should have been doing that today, but I totally forgot all about it. And then I have like different stamps that I use to put on the envelopes just to give it a little, a nice touch. So I've got to clean all this up. Did I completely bore you? I'm sorry. But what I've been doing right now is I've been writing letters to my son's friends. So different friends of ours that have kids that we consider Marcus's friends. So I did 4 letters. I love writing things to my friends, my family members. I just think it's a nice old-fashioned way of sending love, because you know, I'm not close to really any of my family or any of my friends because we relocated for my husband's job. So it's just a way of really touching people and giving them a nice little surprise. Sometimes I feel like things like this are better than presents and material things that you can buy. So I just really enjoy writing some nice little notes and putting things on paper. So today is a babysitter day, which my son just adores our babysitter, and she only speaks Spanish to him, and he's starting now to speak some Spanish. He's counting in Spanish. He knows some Spanish songs. The other day I said, "Come here," and he said, "Voy," like I'm coming. I mean, I'm just blown away. I know they say that sometimes if you're introducing 2 languages in these early years, sometimes they're delayed, and I don't think that's so much been the case with him thus far. And if he is, it's fine. He'll get there, but I think it's important to share those languages. So hopefully we'll be able to continue this for many years to come. So now that the holidays are coming around, I'm really trying to figure out what we're going to do with raising our son and helping him understand the value of money, the meaning of Christmas, about giving and not so much always receiving. I just have so many mixed emotions. Ellen VS, she did a video about giving and receiving gifts, and it really just sparked thought. And I grew up in a huge Christmas household, huge. My mom just would go all out, and we just had so much fun, a lot of fun traditions that we still carry on, like stockings, and we don't do this as much, but we used to jump on the bed when it was Christmas morning, just having a fantastic time. We always did a real Christmas tree. So now, as you know, we're raising our child, I'm just trying to really balance it all. So, like the whole Christmas tree thing, what does that have to do with anything? I really need to do some research. I really want to focus on this being a celebration of Christ's birth. That's what the celebration is surrounded around. So when I say a Christmas tree, I just know that there are so many pagan influences on all of our holidays. And it's like, do I go against the grain and try to, push those out of our household? Or do I allow him to, or future kids to enjoy the holidays as other households do? To an extent, of course. Like, we don't do Halloween and some other things. We don't do Easter Bunny, things like that. But it's just really a balance. I would love to hear how some of you all have handled this, if it even matters to you, which I do not judge people if they believe or do different things. I've always been a kind of out of the box, maybe, I guess how you explain it, kind of person, against the grain. That may be a better description for how I've always approached things. And then also with the present giving, like, there's so many things that I want to get for him, and I just love to see the joy and him having a great time. But it's also, I feel like at this age, he just started asking me to open things. Sometimes we'll be at the store and I'll always like give him a toy, but it's usually kind of in the box, but one of those open box toys, and he's pressing things, and he just started saying open. And I think that this Christmas and his birthday are going to be a huge turning point for him understanding like gifts, receiving gifts. And I want to make sure I'm balancing that correctly, that he is that he's not always expecting something. He doesn't feel entitled all the time. I know, some of you guys are looking at me like, he's 2 years old. I know, but you know what? I'm a planner, I'm an over planner, and I like to think things through very well. It's maybe a total waste of time in some of y'all's eyes, but it's just kind of how I am. So I'm really just trying to balance that out with him. You know, are we participating in activities in our community that have to do with reindeers and Santa Claus? Like, I don't take him to see Santa Claus, which some people do, and that's totally fine. I think the pictures are adorable. I want him to have a nice time, and you know, he's going to learn and be exposed to these type of things eventually. So I'm just really trying to balance all that. And then with gift giving outside of our home, I just worry so much about just giving things and even receiving things that are not necessity. And I was single and doing very well in my career. I mean, I was spending money on gifts, sending gifts to everybody, because I love sending things, hence the letters. I love sending things. I love making people happy, so that's what I did. I love seeing people smile, but I don't like what Christmas and the holiday season does to our budgets. You know, most people, we all save throughout the year so we can do these things, but when you think about the value of money and spending thousands of dollars on a holiday, and the biggest piece is that most of these gifts that we buy, the people, I mean, what's going to really happen to this? You may get them some perfume, but they already have a bunch of perfume. So what's going to happen with this? And they're going to use a little bit and then give it to a friend or donate it, or even worse, throw it in the trash. Or maybe you'll buy a scarf for someone. Are they really going to use a scarf? How many scarves do they already have? One thing, LMVS also shared this, is purchasing experiences. Now that I can get behind. It goes beyond just having another item in your household. For example, in California, I heard about this through one of the YouTube channels that I watch. I can't even remember. It was over a year ago. But what it is, it's like $40 a person or $30 a person, and you get to go into someone's house, and it's a group of people. I think it's about 10 people, and you all cook a vegan meal together. And these are just complete strangers. The person's home you're in is a complete stranger, but it just like creates community and brings people together that have similar interests. I think that is just so awesome, and those are the type of gifts that I'm going to be looking for this year. I hope people enjoy them. I think they will, but I'm trying to make a change. I'm trying to really understand consumerism and being wise about the things that we're doing with our money and the messages that we're communicating to each other. So, okay, that's it. A lot of rambling. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.